Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Daltony95 coming with another Transformers Legacy video, and today we're taking a look at the Voyager class, quote-unquote, Origin Wheeljack. So this is, at least in the United States, a Target exclusive. As you can see, they've ditched the branding for Buzzworthy Bumblebee. This would have been a Buzzworthy Bumblebee, much like Jazz and Bumblebee, oddly enough. But apparently the sales for the last few Buzzworthy releases have not done well enough for them to keep up with the branding. Plus, they've strayed away from focusing on Bumblebee releases or Bumblebee-related releases. So now we're getting just straight up exclusives like this. I did a live stream, let's just say about a week ago at the time of this, or 2 weeks ago at the time of this coming out, talking about the 4-pack that is also coming out that would have been part of it. But as you know, this is how it is now. So there it is. There's the side there with the artwork we've been getting. Of course, open packaging, which they are moving away from after this third chapter of Legacy. They're going to start going back to the plastic windows for the better, I think. There he is there with that little piece of the blast shield or whatever. So there he is. He's got the little spinny blades that also double as the Dominator discs from, what was the core? Season 2, episode 12, I want to say. Showing Bumblebee there being put inside. We'll look at that. There's the blast shield and him wearing the blast shield as wings. 32 steps, 40th anniversary. Let's go ahead and get him opened and check him out. And here we have Origins Wheeljack out of his packaging and looking fairly good. Much like the other two, he is pretty boxy. I mean, you got to get a somewhat G1 accurate looking robot mode into, the vehicle mode that he's got. So, I mean, for what we got and what they could do, it's not bad. Real quick, we'll go ahead and bring in the other two Origin Deluxe classes that we've got from Buzzworthy Bumblebee. So, of course, Bumblebee himself and Jazz. So you can see them all together. Get those out of the way. And we'll bring in Origin, or not Origin Wheeljack, the Autobots United Wheeljack. Now, we'll be putting up the video on the 5-pack soon after this. But you can see he is a little shorter. It's barely noticeable, but it's more like at chest level. Like the heads are about the same level, but just the chest height is what's different. Now he does have slightly smaller, ear pieces, I guess you could call them. So I don't know what the story is behind that, unless it's to save room for transformation. Now, as far as accessories go, he does come with his Dominator discs, which double as the little spinny blades that he used in More Than Meets the Eye Part 1. They are molded out of the same translucent plastic as his chest and the window pieces for vehicle mode, as well as his blaster. Again, molded in that same translucent plastic, painted over with metallic silver. Now, you could either use this in hand, or, as it's meant to be, put it on his shoulder as his little shoulder launcher. So do that. You can even add the Dominator discs onto it so you can fire it at Constructicons, or in this case probably Tetrajet Seekers, which I do hope they do. I wouldn't mind them reusing the Siege mold, just remolding it enough to where it looks a little bit more like the cartoon. Give it a more pointy nose cone, more pointy fin, have those nose cone pieces fold in, clean it up, clean up the details a little bit so they're not so heavily greebled out. Just kind of smooth down those textures, and of course get rid of the battle damage. So, but anyways, articulation. You got a bite or a swivel here at the shoulder. Would go all the way, but the backpack does get in the way. So you just kind of move it out, and it does get fully up there. Get a bicep swivel. 90 at the elbow. You do get a wrist swivel. Got waist movement forward all the way, back to about there before it gets in the way of the backpack. All the way out, thigh swivel, a little over 90 at the knee. You get ball jointed ankles, so you get about to there, get a little bit forward and back, and that's about it. Now as far as paint apps go, which I've neglected to go over first, you got the silver on the whole front of the face there, along with the ears and the little crest pieces it is all the way through on them. Got blue for the eyes. I don't know if that's supposed to be... No, it's just a really dark blue paint. Don't really care much for this shade of blue. I hope Toy Hacks does something to fill this out with something more show accurate, and then fill out this little bit of translucent here. Just, it looks off and not great. But you do get the red, white, and green paint there. Do get some paint here, but we'll go over that more in vehicle mode. Got his little wings here that are unpainted. So let's go ahead and get him into vehicle mode. Go ahead and remove that. Oh, as far as storage for the Dominator discs, you can just put them on right here. And if you have any particular butts, let's go ahead and compare them with a Tetrajet Seeker real fast. So there he is with Red Wing. So if you want any figure that has blast effect ports, you can put the Dominator disc on there. Some of those are a little too shallow. But there. So hopefully the Constructicons, when they come out for Studio Series, will have either, you know, little posts like that, or a bunch of... Oh, it is too big to fit inside of a 5mm port. So yeah, it'd have to be either something a little bit bigger than this, or a blast effect port. If I can English today. So we'll start off by bringing the arms up like this. Fold out these panels. Rotate the fist in like that. And just bring it down and in. Rotate the fist down and in. And bring those up to that angle. Go ahead and bring this backpack down. Open this up. The head doesn't fold away. I don't know why it's on this little platform then. So it's a little weird that that's even there. And these sections fold down. From here, go ahead and bring these around. And there's these little tabs right here on the panel. They'll just go right to that slot. Just like that. Fold this up. Those will tab together. Kind of want to keep it at an angle. Now from here, I think rotate the feet around like that. And we'll rotate the waist around. Trying to do this from memory. It's been a minute since I've done it. Then go ahead and bring this panel out here. Straighten up the legs. Actually, kind of bring them at an angle, like from here to about there. To that side. Bring this up and around like that. This up. Untab that from there. Rotate that around. Bring this panel here out, around like that. Folding the foot up inside of there. And flipping out this panel. So very panel heavy here in the legs, but does get the job done. Now, I know a lot of people wanted him to be, well, not a lot of people wanted him to be, but a lot of people were thinking he's going to be a retool of the Siege Ironhide. I'm glad that's not the case. Bring that up, bring that around. And these will tab together, allowing you to get everything oriented the way it should be. Bring this whole section down to there. This folds down. This whole section comes down. These little ports right here will go into the bottom of the feet. So that will also help you with lining everything up, at least as far as the base of the vehicle. So there's that. Bring this whole section up. untab from the front there. It's all out. Tab that all together. There we go. It's up. Tab that in. Bring this panel up. Make sure this all up front is locked into place. There we go. All right, then close up this panel. And there we have Wheeljack in his vehicle mode. Oh, I forgot to show off one of the accessories for robot mode. I'll show it off in a bit. But there is Wheeljack in his Cybertronian vehicle mode. And of course here he is with Bumblebee and Jazz. So you can see, again, size difference here. Very big vehicle for Wheeljack. It's accurate to the cartoon, so he was a very big boxy thing. So going over some of the details, you do get this kind of almost like a tape deck looking design up on the front. Of course, this giant bumper. Got these windows here, the green stripe, kind of a pale, almost like a viridian color for these accents here. Of course, got the gray going down the side. Very nicely detailed door there. And on the panel, there's these little, or the spoiler, there's these little sections here. That's for the conductor rods, the energon conductor rods to plug onto. So as the first character to show up on screen, you carry the 5 energy conductors that they were supposed to bring. Would have been nice if he came with just one, but I know as canon of the show, there was only 5. Just would have been nice to have it symmetrical, but hey, there you go. Now it's symmetrical. So you got that. You can store the blaster up on the top here, and you take these Dominator discs or little cutter blades. I don't know what really they were supposed to do because they're flush with his bumper, so I don't know what he was trying to accomplish other than maybe dispersing the flames a little bit so he can get through. But go ahead and take all this off for now. And he does come with this little piece of road that you can sit on, so you can have him hovering across on Cybertron. Bumblebee following shortly behind. And, in the case Bumblebee gets injured, somehow messes up his rear axle, explain Hasbro or Transformers creators, how does a hover car have rear axles? Easy question. They don't. Anyway, so open this up. It is very, very hollow. So the entire robot mode is right here and on the front. So this is all backpack and back of the legs. So yeah, very cool how they were able to do that. So in order to get Bumblebee into where he can fit inside, you have to open this up, bring it back, and again, right there, fold that up. Same thing on this side, fold that, and that. And this will just fit right inside. Close that up over top. Close up that back panel. And there we go. So definitely does add some weight. You can actually see Bumblebee inside of there. So it's a car driving a car, basically. Now for this, there is a little bit of transformation involved. You can see these little clips here. After I do this video, it is not leaving the form that it's going to, because again, translucent plastic, flexing hinges, already experienced enough problems with Shadow Striker. I don't want to deal with anymore with this. So just take this, just kind of pop that out. Same on this side. Pop it out, flip it over like that. Pop that back in. Now we have this little thing. It will just rest right here. These panels fold down. There are two little tabs here on the sides and slots right there on the green stripe. And there you have the blast shield that he brought up when he was coming up on the Decepticon Welcoming Committee. So there is that. And like I said, it's not leaving this form. It does serve another form in robot mode. So there is that. Go ahead and get that off. There we go. So, as far as vehicle mode, really nice, of course, just like the other two. Has no wheels, so you just kind of deal with them hovering. I mean, that's kind of the idea. But still, would have been nice for like little caster wheels or something, just so you can roll it along instead of having to scoot it across the floor and scratch up whatever surface. I know this is more for collectors, but hey, I mean, we still like to play with our toys. So anyways, fold this back up, bring these panels out, bring these up, untab this from here, bring these out, and it's time to start on these legs. Actually, first, flip this section up, back onto the chest, bring this whole section down, fold that up, down, fold up, bring this section back, fold it down, bring it back, fold it down. All right, from here, bring this up, close this panel up, close that panel, fold this up, outside, bring out the foot, rotate, the other foot, rotate, close that panel on each side, and close this panel, followed by this one, and that panel, which will tab right here. There is that. So close that up, bring this down, close that up, straighten these legs out, and again, it's just like Studio Series Cup, to where those will lock in. Actually, they actually do lock in here. Undo the arms here, bring that out, bring this section up on that double hinge, rotate the waist, bring these out, flip out the fists, close that panel, and just straighten out the arms. And that is it. That is Origins. Oh, wait, almost. Bring these wings up to where pretty much as even as you can get them, and this will just loosely tab onto there. And now we have Wheeljack back in robot mode. So last little thing to cover is you can store this, and I guess if you want you can store the conductors right here on his back. So you can do that. And then this, there are two slots on these hinges right here, and then these two tabs from the vehicle mode. You kind of get a glider pack. I mean, he never used it in the cartoon, but it's just a play feature added to him, much like using the conductor rods right there and in vehicle mode. And of course, like I said before, you can take the Dominator discs and plug those on. You can still add the wing thing to it still. And of course, add that. So there is Wheeljack. And yeah, so we finally have our main, appearance Autobots from More Than Meets the Eye Part 1 that transformed. Would be nice to get like Prowl and Optimus, maybe get a 3-pack of the Seekers and a more cleaned up design using a heavy retool of the Siege mold, I would be fine with it. But yeah, not much else they could do, as far as I know, for the Origins stuff. I mean, we kind of got an Origins Megatron if you include Siege, but I'm so tired of that mold at this point. Do not use that mold anymore. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Try to keep this as short as I could, but here we are, 20 minutes in. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, so long and take care.